Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, were never turned against our own people, and external actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy in West Africa and a shining example to the world. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. As I step aside as president of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences. Embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Those who wrote the speech, inauguration, everybody happy. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing about the effort to bring a new regime. Then we'll sit down with happiness. We go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's struggling to read. Then you go there, I will tell you that nation. I will tell you US, I will bring one for you. Because you think one for you, I tell the woman of reading.
When you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this
the RUF's illicit trading to executive orders.
Decision on the part of the individuals and some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas. They say release Barabbas, and when
it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia D310, in which it was in May of 2001 signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it included the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence 30 years prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's seal.
Okay.
Indictment to
when you are trying to make it fight out, you don't want to turn when you do it.
His handlers, senior U.S. government officials, the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brenda Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S.
To be there for everybody to see. I'm a single mother with 5 boys.
It's a good team song.
The mother must saw they throw it in the water.
U.S. Air Force Senior Trial Counsel and now prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special.
Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The government betray us. So much. I said, they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us.
You can make
Okay. Thank you, Kuso. Let me say thanks to all of you. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across Liberia following us tonight. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you. Those of you, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in Asia or somewhere.
Oh, I mean, why are you laughing?
Let me say good morning to you, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Regardless of where you join us from tonight, it's good to be back on your radio on a Wednesday. Here from where I am, I'm sure it's Tuesday somewhere. It's Wednesday, but I know I'm 2 hours ahead. It's 10:13 here, so it's 8:13 there in Liberia. And so it's good to be here tonight on your radio behind these microphones as we engage on the very critical issues that matter to our country's growth and development. Today is obviously the 13th day, the 16th day of October, and it's 2024. And just too many things to talk about as always. Very shortly, the panelists will join us. Randa Dobayu is here. This is Freedom Hard Talk on Freedom FM 87.9. This program is really on DTV online, meaning they are streaming this program live for their audience as well to hear us. And also, Mr. Gilman's Talk FM, Jide Hard Talk, is also streaming this program live as well, along with other radio stations across the country. Most of them we do not know yet. We'd like to say thanks to all of them for relaying all of the editions of the program to ensure that the people across the country can get to hear us and get to get themselves informed about the daily happenings. Yes, too many things happening in the country, too many things are just happening by the day, but 2 hours are very small to address all of the issues. So we want to take our time tonight to look into three critical issues. We have video recordings to most of the issues we're going to play tonight, especially the situation involving the DEA. Yes, a painful situation that saw the death of a kid, a boy, in fact. I'm told 17 going to 18-year-old was killed by the Drug Enforcement Agency under the guise that they had gone to raid somewhere, and the boy got killed. We're going to play that video, that recording by the mother of the deceased, and also we want to look into this. There's a recording involving butt naked. The famous, notorious killer who killed hundreds of thousands of Liberians. There's a school in Carisburg that where the students had not been in school for the past 2-3 months, we're told, and the students decided to get to the street to protest and call the government's attention to that situation. But Nikki is seen in the video physically assaulting some of the protesting students. We have that video. We are going to play that video for you to see the return of butt naked to power, the return of butt naked to ruthlessness in our country in this dispensation. It is scary. And so, yes, our producer will play that recording. We all make sense of the different issues. But interestingly, news again have surfaced over the removal of the Speaker of the House of Representatives. We told that some lawmakers, it is alleged that some of the lawmakers were plotting to remove the Speaker, if the information is true, are from the very CDC that the Speaker comes from. What is happening? What are the issues that we think we know, we've heard? And what do we think about that? Does that provide the best solution to some of the issues that those lawmakers are having? Are they having legitimate issues? Are their issues not legitimate? Yeah, these are conversations we're going to have straight up to 10 o'clock tonight. And yes, and then the cash giveaway tonight, we're giving out $10,000 Liberian dollars to many winners. And at the end of the show, we're going to give out 50,000 Liberian dollars to a lucky winner. So that means if we, for example, have 25 winners tonight on the show, it means the 25th winner will walk away with 50,000 Liberian dollars plus back to school package. Now, all of our winners tonight will walk away with $10,000 and back to school package, meaning the back to school package include a book bag, it includes copybooks, pencils, sharpeners, erasers, and all of that for the students. Okay. We know the kids are underage, they cannot play. Their parents are the ones they're playing the cash giveaway. So we want their parents to win something that will help them benefit from Radio Entertainment Liberia, which is our partner. And this show is proudly sponsored by OMSM Science, Crime Stopper Liberia. And so we want to say thank you to Crime Stopper Liberia of OMSM Science for the partnership, for the support, for the sponsorship. Ronald Dubayu has joined us tonight. Ronald, that's the censorship of the show. We'd like to say thanks to you for joining us on this edition of the show.
Thank you very much, my dearest friend, our esteemed lead host and lead panelist, Austin Kawa. And thanks to Cruzo for being the technical man behind the microphone. Cruzo is the guy who, he doesn't like to talk. He just like to work. You got to practically pay Cruzo to talk, The guy, I like his energy. He just won't work. He doesn't want to talk. So, Austin, we are here yesterday in your absence. Suzanne and myself, including Cruzo, we led a show, and the Liberian people were very glad that we can host the show anywhere and everywhere to ensure that we serve them adequately what they need. And so today we are here. You've given the headline. I'm here to dissect this issue. We are here to replace perception with fact, and we are here to get engaged with a national-driven conversation, replacing sentiments with real fact. And as lover of the state, we are here to change the narrative for the better good of our people. The people deserve better. They deserve nothing but better. Already, we've been seeing video. People are regretting. People are dying. And things just going in reverse in an alarming form and fashion. We are here tonight to talk about this issue. And we are hopeful that the Liberian people will listen to us as usual. And they will take action. It is my optimal hope. Thank you very much. And again, welcome. Let me welcome you back to the show, to wherever you are.
Thank you, my dear friend about Dubai. So let's go. But before we read your comments and take a word from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia tonight, we like to inform you that so the cash giveaway, the way you play the cash giveaway tonight is just very simple. All you have to do is make sure you have $2 and $200 in LD in your phone, or it's equivalent in US dollars, which is $1.70 in your phone. And once you have that, it means you're qualified to play our cash giveaway. And all you have to do is dial *799 *70 hash. Again, you dial *799 *70 hash. You send. Sorry, let me do that again. *799 hash and send, and then you wait for a few seconds and enter number 1 if you are playing in US dollars, or you enter number 2 if you are playing in Liberian dollars and send, and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. That's how you play our cash giveaway. Tonight, the money is big, and if you do not reach the threshold, we will not give our winners, we will not draw winners, because we want you to win, but to win, you must play. It's like football game. You can say we're in jersey, we go sit in the dressing room, but we want to win the game. That thing Barcelona can do, no. You have to play to win the Real Madrid or like Chelsea. I know Dubai wants me to call Liverpool, but I will not call Liverpool.
Man, Liverpool is the best, man.
Yeah, so you have to play to win. So again, all you have to do that is short code *799*70# and send and wait for a few seconds. You see 2 options. Option number 1 is asking you to play in US dollars, and option number 2 is asking you to play in Liberian dollars. Whichever option you you choose, you send and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. So let's read the comments very, very quickly. Some of those who join us tonight, not necessarily the comments, but some of those who join us tonight. Stephen Yakati has joined us. He said he's joining us from Magibi County. James Lamy has also joined us. Yes, James has joined us. Mawata. Okay, let me see the thing here. Okay, Mawata has joined us. Mawata Bedete. Paul Muen has joined us from King Sao Boso Street in Bolu City, Guabulu County. Christina Joe Penny has joined us. Otis Barkley, Anita Ross from Matadi, Sophie Blamo, Leroy Sopon. Leroy Sopon is right here with me. We are on the trip together. Leroy is following for somewhere in his hotel room. Abulai Tule has also joined us. Water Bowman, J. Augusta Help, Sophie Blamo, Asata Meda, Achi Brown, CDC Papi Success Keita has joined us. So you have to come back until we start the show. Then you can go, because you have to get ready to start placing the calls to our frequent players. Please, as I'm talking, please start dialing the first number. Let's talk to some of our frequent players tonight before we go to do the draws for our 10,000 people and our 50,000 people. So yes, CDC Pape Success Keita has joined us. Fad King Innocent has joined us from Johnsonville. Ambassador John Soponsi has also joined us from Gibraltar. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bazon Jr. has joined us. Masari Ibrahim Abdullah has joined us. Samu Sis Makula Musu Dennis has joined us. Aliyu Kamara has joined us. And the rest of the other folks who can read all of your comments, all of those who've joined us tonight, we'd like to say thanks to you for joining us. Dubai, I arrived this morning. This morning, very early this morning, so I didn't have the time to sleep. And I'm really, really sleepy, but I could not say I'm not doing the show. I have to do the show, but I'm really, really sleepy. I'm busy. So that's the sacrifice we have to make for the Liberian people.
We call that jet lag, and because of the change of weather, the change of atmosphere, it always has impact and effect on your ability to function. And so right now, what you're going through is normal. Being awake, according to science, being awake for 17 hours without sleep straight is equivalent to 0.5% blood alcohol in your body, blood alcohol content. That's why in America and other places, it's illegal to wear straight above 16 hours. Because when you get into 17 hours and they take your blood and they check it, they'll see 0.5% blood alcohol content within that. And it's like the real alcohol you're drinking. That's when you see people can be dizzy. So the body has a tendency to generate alcohol over time when it is deprived from sleep. That's the good side of sleep, because sleep nourishes the mind. About 80% of the healing the body goes through is through sleep. So I know what you're going through right now, because I experience it a lot. But 2 hours is not enough, Austin. You've done more sacrifices in this.
Oh yeah,
I think you can make
sure.
it. Yeah, you can make it. Yeah.
So Chris is the first person on the line. We want to talk to a few of our winners in the frequent players category. Let's see what we can talk to them. Mr. Gamer has joined us. Mr. Gamer will come in later on because we want to run straight into our conversation and start firing. These days, we're not going to waste time. We just want to fire and fire and fire and fire on the issues. Yes, we could not talk all of the issues because the issues are many. When you check the chat room and see the litany of issues that are available for us to talk about, you say, yeah. But we'll treat them bit by bit. Okay. If that person does not pick that the second number or that the next number, because all those people have already received their monies in their mobile money accounts or on their mobile money wallet. So probably normally when the guys receive their money, when you play, then money just come to you, you can be scared. So some of the people can switch their phones off. No way for us to talk to them to say, congratulations, we're sending the money because you've been playing our cash giveaway regularly and that's why we are sending you the money. And so some of these people will switch their phones off when they receive the money, thinking it's a mistake. But it's no mistake. That's what we do because we want everybody to be a winner. So tonight we're giving $10,000 out each to all of our winners. And then at the close of the show, we are giving 50,000 Liberian dollars to a lucky winner, meaning the last winner among all of the winners. If there are 30 winners or 40 winners, the last person on that list will walk away with 50K tonight plus back to school package. All of the winners tonight will walk away with back to school packages. And so that's it. Dial your number, that's *799 *70#. That's the short code, *799 *70# and follow the instructions. Folks, that's how to play. Let's move into our conversation. So those people have received their monies. It's okay for them. We're moving into our discussion tonight. Susan, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the show. Mr. Gilman, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'll be
So,
putting
Gilman,
my camera on shortly. Yeah, please bear with me.
okay.
So,
The lady with the camera excuse.
Yeah, Susan, we already know your camera. Normally, it takes 5 to 10 minutes before you come on, and we appreciate that.
Okay, that's good.
Hey, the great Susan. Susan Boga, you said need to be harmonized. I mean, she's a reshuffle. Susan Boga, you said need to be reshuffle. Boga, you said need to be reshuffle.
So, Susan, come again.
They say you're looking good. Hero good for you. Just remain there.
I say you very looking good. Where you at? Where suit you?
Yeah. Hero good for the man. The light, the light. The lightning, so you can see the real power in the light coming. Also, it's shining on you correctly. It breaks out a color. You're not 210 light shining the 65, but you see real 210 shining the 210 on you, so you got a way of bringing everything out. Yeah, the greatest thing.
Christopher, please play for us the first recording. The recording on that lady who's crying for the death of her son is very important. Please play that recording for us. We told that yes, her son lost his life to something called raid under the DA that they were allegedly carrying out, and the guy got killed in the incident. We want to tear her out. It's a really painful and sorrowful moment for her. We want to extend our sympathy to her. We want to extend our sympathy to the bereaved family. And we want to say all of the friends who are angry, we're told that the young people are angry and they are. So we are waiting for you. So once the video is ready, play the video. We're told that the young people are angry in the community.
I'm doing it for everybody to see. I'm a single mother with 5 boy children. Today came my son. The mother, my son, they throw it in the water. The poor lady called me. She tell me, say that her boss lady gave her order to release order no drugs on table. They must go pray. Hey, my people. So y'all can go care our children to get money. The people that get the drugs, y'all go after them. Now our children y'all go after. I went to her yesterday. She called me. She afraid to come. She called me. She said I'm gonna go there to her. I go there. She said that her commander gave order. Say she must go race. That's the 30 billion. Another DDA man keep running. You tell her, he say, oh, we kill somebody. Y'all come to my rescue. I'm a single mother with my 5 boy children. Oh, they made me now. I can't even sit. I can't even sleep. They get my son. They get my son. Police came and ran. They get tossed. They say he was murder. They didn't get my son. They trap him in the water. Y'all come to my rescue. Y'all come to my rescue. And then I was, yeah, come to my rescue. Y'all share it. And now he said 2 people, mama, children, no party, everything. My baby video was high school. My baby crying for DSTV. Oh, for the other young come to me. I want to know who get that order. It's Saturday for me. Welcome get white. I want to know who get that order. Oh, they making money order. They sell when they go they tell they draw they go make money order. I want to know you're happy. Somebody help me. Y'all come to my rescue. Them when I'm my son, they try in the water. Try. Oh, Papa, you're happy. Oh, I die. Oh, there you go. You came out. You try in the water. They are lying. You say he throw in the water. I want to know who came my children. I want to came my son. The mother, my son, they throw it in the water. She tell me say that her boss lady gave her order to release order no drugs on table. They must go pray. Hey, my people. So y'all can go care our children to get money. The people that get the drugs, y'all go after them. Now our children y'all go after. I went to her yesterday. She called me. She afraid to come. She called me. She said I'm gonna go there to her. I go there. She said that her commander gave order. Say she must go race. That's the 30 billion. Another DDA man keep running. You tell her, he say, oh, we kill somebody. Y'all come to my rescue. I'm a single mother with my 5 boy children. Oh, they made me now. I can't even sit. I can't even sleep. They get my son. They get my son. Police came and ran. They get tossed. They say he was murder. They didn't get my son. They trap him in the water. Y'all come to my rescue. Y'all come to my rescue. And then yeah, y'all come to my rescue. Y'all share it. And now he said 2 people, mama, children, no party, everything. My baby video was high school. My baby crying for DSTV. Oh, for the other young come to me. I want to know who get that order. It's Saturday for me. Welcome get white. I want to know who get that order. Oh, they making money order. They sell when they go they tell they draw they go make money order. I want to know you're happy. Somebody help me. Y'all come to my rescue. Them when I'm my son, they try in the water. They say he get drowned. Oh, Papa, you're happy. Oh, I die. Oh, you're happy. Oh, she go
Okay, Crystal. Okay, I think enough of that. I can understand that. Yeah, it's an emotional video, and Facebook, your yourself, or we apologize to you. I'm sure I'm sure it does not have graphic violation. But gentlemen, Mr. Blocker has appointed a new DEA boss. They say he's acting again. He was at the DEA before. He left under controversial circumstances. And if nobody would know that, Dubai, you should know that very well. People died under him during their raid. It was alleged that he constantly insulted employees and physically assaulted employees at the DEA. He ran the DEA like his farm. It is alleged that he ran the DEA like his farm. I remember 2014 covering. I had gone to the DEA as a reporter to make an inquiry about similar situation people were arresting drug and not reporting and recycling the drug, yeah, and all of that. And we were ordered. This team, Anthony Swarman, ordered the desk officers to siege our recorder. May his soul rest in peace. The late Fidel City and he ordered them to siege our recorders. He ordered them to remove our shoes and search us and all of that. And well, serious humiliation and intimidation. We were not only journalists are around. They were test to that how he read the DA like an SOD entity on a chancellor. Then he has returned to the DA under Joe Braga, who is alleged to be a founding member of the Lofa Defense Force. Today, a mother of five is crying that she's lost one of her sons at the hands of the DA. I don't know I mean. What do we? I mean, what can we say about this situation? But I thought to do the intro as that. But this kid has died, which is not the first time. Does that speak to government's sincerity in the fight against drug in the country? How the DA is proceeding with fighting drug? This aftermath is always not favoring the DA and its officers. What could be the better way for us to engage this thing in the Gulf drug in the fight against drug? Gentlemen, Mr. Gamer, you're there. I think I want you to start with this conversation.
Yeah, thank you. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, sure you are.
Thank you. Good evening to you there, and good evening, my colleagues on here tonight. Randa and Susan Bange. Great to have you all here, and the Labyrinth people, our people at home and abroad, wherever you find yourselves. We say welcome and thanks for joining us here. Uh, as I listen to this lady crying, uh, I'm distraught by her cries for rescue, and rescue is emphasized here because this government came in on a mantra of to rescue the country, and here is a Liberian, a mother, single mother of five, and one of her sons will be murdered by these rescue agents, people who supposed to be rescuers, people who supposed to provide service. You know, it's heartbreaking. We want to extend our sympathies to her, our prayers and heartfelt condolences to her. Uh, she may not find the answers she wants from what we will say here tonight, but we can demand that because she's aggrieved, she's crying, she's distraught, and words alone cannot do it for her. She wants justice. She wants something uh, 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 to be done to whoever murdered her son. Okay, and I heard her crying. It was on Saturday that this thing happened. Who issued the order to say go and raid this place of drugs? Was the young man who lost his life or who got murdered in the scene? Uh, uh, was he involved with drugs? Even at that, do you just kill somebody because you are executing a raid? Was that raid ordered by the court? Which court ordered the raid? Okay, you don't just go and raid places without any, like they did to the CDC headquarters. They got a fake a raid from the court or order from the court, and they went to go raid the place. Thanks to the resilience of those young men and women who barricaded the headquarters and prevented what would have turned out to be like what we are witnessing today. They would have either planted drugs at the headquarters and say, "Oh, we went and we found drugs at the headquarters." But we want to condemn this murder, execution style, and dump the young man's body in the river. We want to condemn it to the highest, and we want our civil society groups to get involved. The government of Buakai must issue a condemnation, and all those responsible must be brought to book.
Yeah.
Yeah, justice must be served in this case. I yield for now.
Well, Susan, just imagine yourself in that situation. A mother of five, no father around to help or aid in taking care of the kid, and she has to go through to secure school fees and ensure that she sends her kids to school. This kid just graduated from high school.
Yes.
He went to the DSTV vocational training thing, and he acquired skills to start doing DSTV connection and cable connection and all of that,
Right.
just to and get something to eat and advance his education. Today he's no more, Susan. Is Susan there?
She's with us. So her microphone just got unmuted, but she hasn't. We're not hearing
Okay,
anything yet.
Dubai, I think you have to. I think Dubai will continue.
Yeah.
Dubai, you pick up from there.
Okay, Austin. Thank you very much, Austin. I just listened to a very, very sorrowful video of a lady, a woman who reminds me of the pain of carrying pregnancy for 9 months. I have two kids, Austin, a boy and a girl. Thanks to God Almighty for giving me those two kids. I did not carry the pregnancy, but I watched their mother carry the pregnancy. And I know what it means to carry a child for 9 months. You school that child 365 days a year. Multiply that by 20 and know how many days does a single mother struggle
Yeah.
to raise up a child in a deplorable environment like Liberia, Austin, and Michael. So that video brings tears to my eyes. That video is sorrowful. The English may would say dolorous, extremely sorrowful. But Austin, again, I ask myself, what else do you expect from a crooked Joe and criminal unity party? What else do you expect of a regime that came to power on the break, on the sacrifice and the authors of blood? What else do you expect? What else do you expect from a crooked Joe who pledged that by all means he would do everything, even if it is killing a non-living thing? He said he would do it for the presidency. What else do you expect of such character? A man whose first engagement was to walk in Kinjo and kill harmless civilians in complete disregard to the rules of engagement of the Geneva Convention.
Right.
And that rules of engagement basically highlighted three major elements that the force gotta be proportional. The rules of engagement talks about ensuring that minimum harm is effectuated while engaging a harmless civilian. Meaning you can get if you get AK-47 and the civilian doesn't have AK but he's making shamov, that's just shamov. The rules of engagement say every armed person or every security person should work to reduce the casualty, avoid death, because the force has to be proportional. The use of force against an unarmed person is extremely prohibited in most security apparatus and around the world, as articulated by the rules of engagement under the Geneva Convention. And then it talks about de-escalation of tension. You have to work in a way that uses more intelligence and less force. But most of our security personnel in Liberia, unfortunately, do not have the technical and professional sophistication to honor the rules of engagement. So what they sought to do is to show power. They do not have intent in executing the law to its goal. They want to execute using power, forceful power that is disproportional to what the situation is. But again, this is Crooked Joe that we have as President Austin. The last time we read the names of about 30% since January 1st, 2024 till now. How many people have been killed with our investigation? What else do you expect? When you have the legs of Vivian Sano was killed on April 28th, and to this point, no state prosecution. So the issue about death without prosecution has become a culture on Crooked Joe. What else do you expect? When my former classmate Amanda Nemo, may also rest in peace, she was killed at about 8 p.m. right at Bannerville Junction on April 14th.
Yeah.
It was published in the Daily Observer newspaper. No state prosecution, no police arrest to this point. Nothing has happened. What else do you expect? The old lady got to cry. She will cry because we have a reckless government. She will cry, Austin. Susan, this old lady will cry because you have a boycott that may promise blood covenant with the devil. He needs to pay directly or indirectly. What else do you expect, Austin? So again, may the soul of the young brother rest in perfect peace. But I'm so deeply disappointed that to this point, no statement from Afel. Where's Afel? The Association of Female Lawyers in Liberia. Where's the general ministry? Where is the general ministry? I call on the FLA, the Federation of Liberian Youth, to join forces with this old lady and seek justice. I see that situation like the death of the late Shaki Kamara during the Ebola virus in West Point. This is the reincarnation of Shaki Kamara, right? So I want Linsu, I want FLA, the Monroe Youth Parliament. Where are they? Where is the Liberal Council of Churches, the Interreligious Council? Where are they? They need to speak to this issue, Austin. This is where I can conclude.
Susan, we're trying to bring you in before, but you left the line. So let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm here now. This is very sad. It's very, very sad because um sadly in Liberia when you are poor, you don't have nothing. This is how um they take advantage of you. If that was a daughter of a son of Delon today, they were not going to do that. As you all know, a couple of months ago, we saw what's his name? Musa said that his son had drugs on him, so therefore his son should go through whatever punishment. But the people that carrying the major drugs, the people who had the drugs in the country, they don't pay attention to these people. And as a mother, my heart is really broken tonight. I have a little girl, and seeing a child that you raised at that age of that young boy, and somebody just come just because they want to show power and take another person's life. It sounds shocking, but then with Liberia, nothing is even shocking when it comes to the leaders that we have right now. Like Ronald said, right now we had the same case that we had when Joseph Boakai came to power. I don't know if you guys can remember. It was in Foya, that young boy they killed. I forgot his name.
Oh, Tama.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what was
During the elections, right?
yes.
Yeah.
What was Joseph Boakai reaction after they killed that young man? They started celebrating in his compound. So these people are very, very cruel. The only thing here is I feel sorry for that mother because she doesn't have the stand that any other rich mother would take. So I'm calling on the women of Liberia to put their arms around this mother right now and give her all the support that she needs. Because at the end of the day, she will never have her son back. And
No.
the thing about Liberian mothers, she's probably just going to be so reluctant. Maybe they will go and bribe her with some more money so she can keep quiet and not say the rest of the things that she's supposed to say. But I think she need justice. Like Mr. Gilman said, Who the person that did that, but now say, if that was in Australia or any parts of the Western country, whoever that police officer is or whatever he is, whatever his title is, his name, his pictures will be on Facebook. The
Yeah.
whole world will be sharing it so the people can know the person that did that. But thank you, Austin.
You see, since we have so many more other important things, let me just say this. I listened to the lady talking about, crying, calling on government, said to rescue her and all of that. It's sad that we have to say this, but it's a fact. Nobody is going to rescue you. The people you depend on to rescue you, they themselves need to be rescued.
They need to be rescued.
The system needs to be rescued. The head of the government needs to be rescued. The head of the government has shown beyond all reasonable doubts that he's extremely insensitive to the everyday happenings in our country, even when it has to do with the lives of people. Mr. Brocker has not commented or made public statement or issued public statement on one mysterious killing in the country since he became
No.
president.
No, he doesn't denounce. He doesn't denounce.
This is the highest degree of irresponsibility in leadership. For you to be president and people are dying mysteriously and you have not said a thing or issue a single line to at least acknowledge that you are aware that somebody died.
At the hands of
That's it.
officers.
Especially so when the killings are connected to the state operations,
State operation. Yeah.
The government is supposed to say something. Mr. Booker just came back from the US and he said when you travel, you see all the development, you come back, you don't bring them, you don't emulate the examples. That is some of the examples that our officials are supposed to be emulating. You see in the US, city governor, I'm not governor, but mayor or mayoress. When an incident happens, what a fire incident, floor, whether somebody kills somebody, the first thing they go for the police head, the city mayor or mayoress, they all coming for a joint press conference. The city will tell you what the city has started doing. The
Yeah.
police will come tell you what the police have started doing, how far they go, whether they have started investigation, who are the suspects, if they are suspects. They will have a joint meeting, emergency meeting,
Joint
and
press
start
conference. Yeah.
pursuing those perpetrators. That's responsibleness in governance, in leadership. But he has not shown that. So, man, we just sorry, but nothing is going to come out of this. Once Joe Biden remain president, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to come out of this.
No.
People die all here, people die. Many persons die. The government has not done anything. And because we are fast running out of time, we can't, we don't have enough time. But nothing is going to happen. We just say sorry, have our sympathy. We regret the fact that your son, you've lost your son, but just nothing is going to happen. All we can do is continue to
nothing may
play
happen.
the recording for people to hear and know that something happened to your son. He died at the
Right.
hands of DEA people and nothing happened. This is not the first time DEA officers have killed people. Not the first time. The other day in West Point, we have the ball pictures. They said the man had job. They arrested the man, searched him in West Point, nothing. They found nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They allowed him to go. While going, the other officer of government said, go back for the man, arrest him. They arrested the man and took the jug and put the stuff in the ball pocket. And the boy was trying to escape. No, you're putting something in my pocket. And they chased that ball to the extent where the ball had to hit one more frying pan. And the hot oil wasted on him. The hot oil had wasted on that ball. The DEA people said they would still arrest the man and carry him to the depot instead of carrying him to the hospital. I have the ball video and his pictures. When you see them, very, very appalling. Terrible.
Wow.
That's the DEA. Nothing has happened. Nothing will happen in this country. The only language our government can listen to that radicalism. If that woman get up, go to the burger office, Nikki or say for back off it, maybe you will not even come downstairs, he will send Kula for Fana to go talk to her. But that's the system we have. So we say again, man, have our sympathy. I mean, we really, really deeply share your pains. But again, this is the government we have. It is extremely useless to the entire country. So nothing is going to happen. Now, Kuso, I don't think we should run. I don't want to get just. I don't want you play that bond naked video so we can get past all and we run into our speaker discussion, which is very, very important. Kuso, just play that video with the bond naked where he's seen harassing protesting students. In the Kingsbury area, the students, the government is renting the building, and they said over 6-7 months the government has not paid the rent for the building, and the owners of the building decided to lock the building. It's a public school building that the government is renting, and they decided to lock the building, and the students 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, no teacher can enter class. And so the students decided to set roadblock on the Kingsbury Road to call the attention of the government to their plight.
Wow.
And in the process, I think Bodnike was using that route, and he stopped his vehicle, disembarked the vehicle, and started using force, physical force, to exhort the students to leave the road.
Wow.
And even insulting them. That happened on the weekend. And so Kuso, and now I make Kuso finish leaving the studio again to come play our video recording. In and there, I know Kuso can be having given to that play there in and there. Oh, then you rushing to go also. Kuso play our body game recording, I beg you, yeah? Yeah. I know the man hit camera, he like camera being or you can be having someone to just again.
The man, a producer, the man. He producing the show. He not doing anything else.
Yeah, in radio, they say the producer is equally. The producer shares the time equally with the presenter. So if the presenter is presenting for 2 hours, he's supposed to sit down 2 hours to produce the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be there 2 hours. So Kuzo play that recording for Boneke. Yes,
the producer is the new owner of the show.
That's Boneke in a yellow t-shirt.
Wow. Things are happening in Little Miami.
Stop fighting there. You can't fight there. When you are trying to do it, you can fight out. You can fight a turn when you do it. You can do it when you are trying to do it. You can do it. You can do it when you are trying to do it. You can do it. You can do it when you are trying to do it. You can do it when you are trying to do it. Yeah, your t-shirts. Your t-shirts. Your t-shirts. When you are fighting war, your t-shirts. Your t-shirts. When you are fighting war, your t-shirts. Your t-shirts. Your t-shirts. When you are fighting war, your t-shirts. I walk out to here. They're rebel yet. They're damn rebel. Look at him there. You think what's saying? I mess me up on the turn. Look at that rebel. Killer!
So, thank you. So, gentlemen, this is exactly what happened on the weekend.
Wow.
I got that video, Dubai, before you did that post in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the basis of this video that I said that information was, So, this is exactly what happened. Now, he left the scene when he realized that he was on camera.
Yeah.
That's why you saw him leaving the scene. He heavily, on a rush, got in his vehicle and pulled out because he realized that he was on camera.
On camera, yeah.
So if he was not on camera, I leave the rest for you. We can take one more minute if he was not on camera. What do you think he was going to do? Let's take 1 more minute across the table and go if he was not on camera. Because you saw him at the time, he did not know that he was on camera.
He was on camera.
Yeah. I thought Boy Naked was a pastor. Or he was just hiding himself behind this whole God thing and just to come into politics, because let's be honest here, people that born naked should not even be in Liberia or should not even be harassing citizens with
Right.
all their dirty record.
Right.
Once a killer is always a killer.
Always a
Born
killer.
naked, what he
Okay.
has done in his past, he still has that within. Because there was a time I saw this man. It was within a period of election. He had his group. They called them underwater soldier.
Rescue sales in
Rescue,
Iran.
Yeah,
rescue soldier.
rescue soldier. So with the kind of terrible past that Born Naked has, including the Nima Kante people, Godfather, Prince Johnson, and every one of them, they shouldn't even be showing their face out here. It's so embarrassing. So imagine if he was not on camera, that man was going to bring back his old behavior. It was not going to be small thing. But I like the fact that these guys stood up to him and they were able to chase him out very fast. And that the people Waka has in his camp, it tells you who he is as well. Thank you.
About you?
Yeah, the new born naked is traumatizing as the first thing.
Listen to him, he said.
The new born naked
It
is
is.
traumatizing.
It
It
is.
is.
For some of us who are in Moravia who know the September 18, the new born naked is traumatizing. There's a man who lives in Oregon. He's engaged in a blasphemy because he's a pastor who ordained him. He's an ordained follower of the devil. Born naked. The new born naked is traumatizing and it's serious, man. But let me say this, Susan, for the born naked that I know, who has specialty in butchering pregnant women and making an intestine with gate.
With gate,
The
yeah.
born naked that I know, who has a double master in raping small children kids. The born naked that I know, who can drink in human head. That born naked is not going to forgive those kids. Their life is in danger. They gotta watch out. Born naked is going to go after them.
Especially the camera man.
Born naked watching this camera, knowing who are on us. You know how many people are on the extreme? You know, there was a demo. There was a demo where they protecting born naked.
But do I sorry to interrupt you?
Yeah.
When you watch the video later on after the show, you see that you're putting your hand in the
His pocket.
under the car rest to pull all the trigger.
That's born naked for you.
Yeah, just watch that video go. You are putting your hand to pull. You realize that there was camera. You withdrew and pull out.
Because then that's born naked that I
Wow.
know. Born naked, look, I'm telling you, those kids' their lives are in trouble. I'm telling you. They need to go report that case to the police. They need to go say their life is in danger. Those people's life is a serious issue. Their lives. It's not yet off the hook. Now, I don't even know what role he's playing in government. What role is he playing in Amos and Maid? I don't know.
That man is a security. That man is one of the security advisors to Joseph Blatter.
Nakatumo best friend.
Yeah, he's an operative.
Yeah.
This, you know what can happen, Susan? Sometimes the NSA and other top national people, they can hire other people to carry on assassination, black assassination.
Right.
So these are the men who control sales, illegal and black sales, to eliminate people. The same role he was playing during the campaign, we play in that death squad role. He runs a death squad. Bud Naked is a ringleader of a death squad, specializing in executing people. So I'm afraid for those people. They have to take extreme precaution for a man like Bud Naked that escaped the DDR process. He did not go through this armament,
Demobilization, rehabilitation.
and reintegration.
Reintegration.
He escaped the double D and double R process. That time it was during the time, I think Jacques Chirac, when he was president of France, the first Omega that came to Liberia.
Jacqueline. Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, right? And Jacques Paul, he escaped, but nigga refusing. He went and grabbed one old bow and pulled on his arm. He started blaspheming, say the Holy Spirit has arrested him and disarmed him. That Holy Spirit put going on him before he would disarm you. He didn't want to repent For you to be an element of society after killing people, after butchering old people, and raping younger kids, drinking power in people's head, you must go through a proper social refinery to be deposited back in the society. Escape all that, he just came back in the society. He's still in all that. He lies, say he confessing here and then. No, that guy is dangerous for Liberia, and people have to take precaution. This is where I can stop.
Mr. Gimme.
Yeah, thank you very much. I got a little different take on this. Our young kids protesting, students, so to speak. It's about time that we, the parents and advocates, begin to inform our students, regardless where they find themselves, especially those young kids in elementary or junior high or high schools. Teachers not being paid. Now we're hearing that the landlords locked the doors and they couldn't get in and all of that. Sadly, it is not our students' business to advocate or protest for teachers' salaries or landlord rent being paid and what have you. The teachers can protest for their benefits because the young students don't know what those teachers want as benefits.
No, Mr. Gimme, they were not protesting for the teachers' salary. They were protesting in demand for the teachers to return to the classrooms.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Because I'll tell you, when I was in high school in Monrovia, there taught me how we protested when teachers were out of classrooms for a month or so during the Samuel Doe government. We protested against.
And you were young.
Yeah, I was in when I supervised one of the biggest protests at that time.
And you want to condemn that today?
Yeah, because when you are innocent of the reality, you do whatever you want to do. We saw one second. We saw a witness in here in this country.
Let's hear to use interjection.
My interjection is to disagree with Michael. There's something we call the cascading effect, right?
Yeah.
Now, the students are not the teachers, so therefore you are saying they should not protest. But if they do not protest, the teacher do not come to class. They are not protesting for the teacher.
They are protesting. They are protesting.
Yes, I think the introduction. The interruption, not interruption, but interjection is clear. Let Mr. Gimme continue.
They are protesting so that one, government pay the rent.
No, only one thing. The student get time whether government pay any payment. All they know is the teachers must come to school and not teach them.
So why did the teachers leave school?
And when the teachers have to go tell the government why they're not teaching. So the students say teacher not teaching, they must not teach. The government has to go there and say, teacher, why you ain't teaching? The teacher will tell the government they will not teaching because they put lock the school.
Right. So all in all, we are saying here that those young kids should not put themselves in harm's way with protesting for.
This is a democracy we're running.
I understand it's a democracy. Let me end.
Protesters should not be harmed. We are building a system where people are safe to protest.
Let me end.
You can't be saying don't protest, harm you.
This is hard talk. Right? This is hard talk.
Yeah, sure.
This is hard talk, and it's on freedom. So allow me my freedom to talk.
No, free, but we have to interrupt you too now. You know, I'm the only person that has the authority to interrupt.
I understand.
But go ahead.
Thank you. I get all of that, the rights and all of that. All right. You talk about it's the democracy and that President Weah provided or enacted into law. And guaranteed by our constitution, all of that. All right. I live in the country with the greatest democracy, the United States, and years back,
allegedly the greatest democracy.
Allegedly the greatest democracy. Yeah. India got one of the greatest with the population and all of that. Years
No,
back.
not like that.
Yes,
Maybe Ina has the
yes,
Ina may have maybe the oldest or one of the oldest.
yeah. No,
But there's an issue about there are still issues about freedom.
years ago, we witnessed about 325,000 teachers
Mm-hmm.
walk out of classes or out of the classroom in Chicago, Illinois, protesting for benefits,
Mm-hmm.
for pay increases, for health insurance, for
What did the
for-
government do to them?
what I'm saying here is
No,
that
we have to establish what did the government do? Did the government criticize their action? Because they know that the government
yeah,
even issue statement welcoming their decision to peacefully
yeah,
call the government to action.
yeah.
The
Listen
government
to me.
committed herself to ensuring that they
300,
got better
300,
wages.
325,000 teachers walk out of classrooms in Chicago for weeks or so. Imagine if 325,000 teachers are out of the classroom, how many students you think that is, or there are? Over 1 million or 2 million students.
Mm-hmm.
The students did not get in the streets to protest on behalf of the teachers,
Why do you think they didn't get in the street?
because the students don't know what the teachers want. What benefits are they crying for?
No,
The
because
teachers, the teachers,
the students they don't want to get in the street. They didn't see the
not,
need
not,
to get in the street because
not
the students knew that they
no.
had a responsible government that would score the teachers and sit down with them and look into their
So,
plan. So the
so
government did not give the students the reason to get in the street. Unlike our case where the government is giving the students the reason to get in the street because they have decided to ignore the plans of the teachers. That two different things, Mr. Gamer.
so here I will say again. All right, the teachers can get in the streets to protest against the landlord, the government, or what have you, and make sure that the government comes in. If the teachers are passionate about teaching these kids and not about giving hard tests so that the students can pay and get something, or putting the students on the street, say y'all go protest so that they can come pay the rent, and then open the door. Those students, they want to go to school. They are young people. We should not train them in that way. And there are better things they can do. They can protest about, but they should not protest on behalf of adults. On behalf of
Mr. Gibbon,
yeah,
when your kid does not go to school for 2 weeks, only because the school that a kid attends, the landlord has locked the door for over 4 weeks, and that kid is sitting home.
yeah.
That kid starts his or her protest from home. You will feel the uncomfortability because you will not be comfortable that your kid is sitting home and not going to school. The fact that your kid will start tormenting you home, you in return will start tormenting the administration.
And so it becomes adults or involvement. The adults then get involved. The parents, these are young 7, 8, 9, 10,
Mr. Given the
12
student
year old.
the student that rose up in South Africa and in Rwanda, those were not adults. Those were
No,
kids, but
right.
they were sensitive of their
But
rights.
we have to progress from that.
No,
That's what I'm
Mr.
saying
Gema.
here.
Progress
Okay,
one from advocacy,
But not from advocacy.
from peaceful
Right.
assembly.
Our students, especially the young pupils, I don't want to even say students, they are young pupils.
Austin, please, 30 seconds, please.
In elementary, yeah, go ahead, Dubai.
Yeah,
Okay, 30
let's
seconds.
just go ahead and 30 seconds intervention. Then we can go to something else.
Against the violation of their fundamental right to education. In fact, it's even a shame on the society that the parents aren't doing it. When consciousness are in society, students and kids rise up. Those students are protesting that their future is being left behind while their friends are progressing. You want them to remain silent. When other students are going to school, these students are heroes. It means they see a better future. In fact, I'm happy that students of nowadays will know the importance of school to the extent that they will be crying, say, I want to go to school.
And you're teaching them civics, though, but you say they should not stand up for that right. You're teaching them civics.
In fact, they are practical lesson what it means for them to understand that basic fundamental rights, the rights to education. And every day that passes, you can replace that day. The children sit on 2 weeks. You know what that means in the academic calendar. You know what that means for their ages. You know what that means. So the burden cannot be on these kids, because under our laws, anything a child does below 18, you can hold in their juveniles. So you cannot punish the child for consciously.
Let me end my thoughts on the butt naked.
Yes, please do that 30 seconds. So somebody saying they are backstage. I don't they backstage. I don't know who's that.
I think that's that might be Gertrude.
It's Gertrude.
Okay, so hope you can come in and can't do the ad.
Yeah.
Conclude, Mr. Given.
Yeah.
Now Given strategy is still on talking. To disagree.
Why you still on talking?
Yeah, Mr. Given. If Mr. Given has chosen, I will see your right to conclude, because you will have enough time. So let's move on to this speaker thing. I want you to start the speaker discussion for a reason, because he's an executive of the CDC. And on the basis of the premise I want to lay, I want him to start the conversation. The last time we heard conversation about the speaker, this whole thing about plan and plot to remove the speaker, to the extent now that we are hearing that there are some CDC lawmakers who have even joined the plot to remove the speaker. And the reasons we're hearing do not seem to be so strong enough to warrant CDC as a party losing the seat, because some people do not feel included in the leadership of the legislature when there are 73 human beings with less than 30 committees, and they feel left out. Again, they want the speaker removed. In 1 year, they ran 7 attempts to remove the one speaker in just under 1 year. What is happening with you guys in the CDC?
So here's it. In CDC, we've always have a bad record with bad lawmakers. And I will not mince my word. As much as sometimes I become critical on the speaker, I think it's foolhardy. It's myopic for one to think that on a crooked Joe, you can surpass if you remove Speaker Kofa. Matter of fact, Speaker Kofa, he was never the favorite. Crooked Joe did not want him, to the extent that they put somebody in the race and it became a stiff battle in the end he won. I'm saying to those lawmakers who are deviating, those lawmakers who are fast becoming political deviant, they are eating their own future, their own political future. I don't know why are they so eager to remove Speaker Kofa and not Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai has done everything to perforate and paste on our constitution. He has urinated on the basic fabric of our legal instrument, which is the organic law of the state. He has proven to be unfit. He fainted on the day of inauguration. That is a basis for incompetence on the law, on the constitution. His capability to lead was proving that he has no capability. That was a basis to impeach. Crooked Joe has used 15 million of budget spending. That doesn't concern the CDC lawmakers who want to remove Kofa. It doesn't concern them. Wait a second. Those guys said they had passed a budget, and a dime was never placed in a budget for the hospital in Bapolu, where pregnant women are dying, where the maternity ward is filled because pregnant women cannot afford bill, where JFK is in the state of destitution. Those lawmakers are not concerned, Austin. So what you are telling me, those lawmakers are not concerned. Yesterday on the fee, Aricos and Sterling were playing because Sterling using Labrador as a ground. The LEC did not come on, and the two teams could not sing their national anthem. Thus inflaming and inflicting embarrassment on Liberia. That doesn't get the attention of those lawmakers. Joe Boakai today is having $100,000 United States dollar on his debit card, passing around, and a wife using about 20% of that to shopping on Shein and eating Italian pasta al Mononisa in Rome. That doesn't.
She was shopping where? On where?
On Shein. She can shopping on Shein.
Our old president was shopping on Shein.
Oh yeah, she. You know that the younger where she did not do that, now she wants to do it. That doesn't concern these guys, right? You see the disaster, alarming and unforeseen climate scenarios and vulnerability to people they are coping in terms of adaptation, things not working with them. You made a budget, you reduce education budget. You made a budget and reduce no agenda. Baka is running a government with no agenda. That is a ground for impeachment. That doesn't concern them. How many of those lawmakers talk about the issue about Ami Mudaka? How many of them talk about the issue about NRA boss who is there, the so-called integrity icon who has become an integrity liability? How many of them? Why is it not bothering them? When those EPA officers who were illegally dismissed, how many of them serving as a champion on the floor to talk about this issue? How many of them talking about those sedition that have been illegally dismissed? Today we saw a letter from Wash Commission where these people's rights have been openly abused. They've been dismissed in the name of why are they still associating? The letter did not say during government hours. The guy is saying why are they still associating with different political party and not the party that is in power? Which law says that these are fundamental issues that are fast degrading and de-imaging the tenets of our democracy? Why are these things not getting their attention? So one can deduce that most of these guys are not fundamentally politically oriented with what CG stands for. Most of them may have won, but they don't understand what it means to be an opposition lawmaker. Most of them are self-seeking lawmakers. I don't care about those so-called which reason. Frantic Kufa, yes, should be dismissed is if it is proven he has violated the laws. To my knowledge, he has violated no law. The gentleman has violated a lawyer, is Crooked Joe, and he's parading free of charge. He's parading free of charge. Nothing has happened to him, Austin. So, as a party, we have called a meeting. The CDC does not support the removal of the highest ranking officer in government right now. Is the speaker. He's the highest. At least we have a representation in a government at the level of the first branch. What else do you want? So
thank you, Dubai. Kuso, get you is backstage. You have to come in here to follow the show and add, get you to the show. Maybe she can make her input on the speaker thing and then we can move to something else. Mr. Gamer, let's hear you in 2 minutes and then we can go to Susan and then we can go to get you and then we can pick calls. So me, I ain't got nothing to say on the whole series. I told them the other day in the chat room, if the thing go far, is too bad and terrible to be speaker, let them remove me and put somebody else there, a better sedition there, or somebody there, and let's see whether they will get the result they want to get, or they will have the legislature that they want to have without Kofa. So let's hear you. Okay, I think it's one to not
One
get
to-
you. Yeah, so let's hear
to-
you, Mr. Gilman.
Thank you.
Welcome, one to.
thank you.
In August, to be precise, August 19, 2024, we discussed a monologue with several topics on it, but the theme of the monologue was transforming setbacks into a great comeback. The CDC released this slogan on June 28, 2024, in an elaborate sports extravaganza. Partisans from all walks of life converged on the headquarters in Congo Town for the festivities. Transforming setbacks into a great comeback. And there's several other subtopics honored there. Was what caused the setback? The party has a maintaining. I come here, please. Maintaining and recruiting new members. Defending the rights of civil liberties, defending the rights and civil liberties of Liberians, especially those civilians who are in the employ of government, who have been dismissed. 5, the plot and process of eliminations. President Weah is the main target, and I want to list other people. 6, the CDC Legislative Caucus. A rubber stamp, and Speaker Kofa is chaperone in chief to JMB. Question. That's that statement. That's question. The CDC has the majority in the legislature and have the positions of speaker and deputy speaker. What are the strategies and legislative agenda for the Liberian people? Will they be wrong to hold officials
But
of the
finish reading
Unity
that thing, your
Party.
whole team is finished now.
No, my man, it was not, you don't want interrupting me. I don't want because we saying why do they want to remove the speaker? And it's the plot. The plot is now coming from within. All right, Donald Trump will say the enemy is within. The plot is coming from within. So people on the outside will say, but why who are those that want to remove the speaker? CDC lawmakers. So what is it that the speaker is not doing for which they want to remove him? I don't want to ask the question, what is he doing? But what has he not done that they want to remove him? Is the question. Because if you say, let's list what he has done, he has
But
done
Mr.
quite,
Gimme, but Mr. Gimme, Mr.
he
Gimme,
has
this is
done,
hard. Let me remind you, this is hard talk. You should not be asking questions here. You should be speaking your
yeah,
opinion. You know your
yeah,
opinion
yeah,
on the issue.
yeah. I'm giving my opinion, but I'm going to answer my own question. I'm not asking you. Okay, but let the followers and the viewers understand what we're talking about here.
But the audience wants to
I
hear
don't
what
want
you
to see
think.
I don't want to see the speaker out of the position. That's not my stand. That's not my position. But the speaker needs to do those things. Perhaps his colleagues have been calling on him to do X, Y, Z. He's not doing those X, Y, Z's. So they are ganging up against him, and it's now coming into the public glare. And you know, there's a great saying I always say by Sun Tzu. I said it here the last time again, and I think it was Wanto who buttressed me.
No, it was as we said.
Avin we said, every animal with blood in his veins, horn on his head, will fight back when it is attacked. All right. Have these CDC lawmakers have they been going to Speaker Kofa with grievances, with issues, and he been pushing back and not listening to them? Is that the problem? Or they are just plotting out of the blue that they don't just like him? Is that what it is? So we don't want to see. We have the speaker, the deputy speaker, and we have other legislatures or representatives that are holding key positions on the committees. They are chairs, deputy chairs, and what have you on the committees. And we this stuff is now coming out in the public, and seditious lawmakers are the ringleaders to remove Speaker Kofa. What do you think going to happen with the ruling party lawmakers who have the executive and who have the money? They're going to come in and of course, lavish money on those people, including some of our own CDC lawmakers, to take money and remove Speaker Kofa. Okay, we don't want that. So Speaker Kofa do not need the executive to keep him there. All he has to do is to do the right thing by the Liberian people, for the Liberian people, and he will be right at all times. The ordinary people will come to his aid, to come to his rescue.
Susan, what do you think will be that right thing Mr. Gimme is talking about?
I have a different stand. I'm not going to say much on this topic, but let me tell you something, and just sincerely, if our seditions officials or the seditions are listening, first of all, before I proceed, y'all please share this live, share this live, share this live in all the Facebook groups. This is just for our listeners on the internet. Please share this live. Um, seeing this, saying that okay, the seditions officials want the speaker out, it shows to me that we, the sedition, we're not stable. We're not stable. The same reason we lost election. This is it right here. The same speaker that you guys were celebrating in less than 6 months ago. Y'all said, oh, y'all wanted this man. You guys did everything in your power to have him into that place. All of the sudden, you're coming to say you're not want him again. It shows that there is no level of like I don't know how to even say it
We're
because
not ready to re-incline
yes,
to the
like
reality, ourselves to the reality.
it's so sad because if you take the speaker out of there and you bring another person in, and once the person is not doing things that was so-called CDC officials are wanting, you guys will come back to the public and say, okay, we want this person out. That shows some level of irresponsibility. Let's be honest here. If this man is not doing the job, I think it's still new. Let Torso and Torso. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and see things. Because sometimes in life, when you rush too much, they say you crush. Today, if you take Speaker Koji, sorry, why are you again saying Koji? Um,
Kofa.
Kofa.
Kofa out, and you bring another person, and actually put that person with this another high hope to your supporters, another high hope to your followers. And then they will come and say, okay, this person is the best. Because this is what you guys told us that this man was the best. All of the sudden, y'all want change. And this change is not being communicated to nobody. The same thing Austin said a couple of months ago. Our leaders, they feel like they can't explain themselves. So my question tonight here is, we shouldn't say CDC officials. Who are the officials that want the speaker out? And why? That's my question. Because if we're not careful, mm, I'm going to say this, if we're not careful, the 2029 that we're hoping on, there will be no hope. Because the CDC itself right now, the division among us, we're not even together at this moment. We're not. So if we're not careful, 6 years is nothing. Y'all will see somebody else coming and we will continue to drag our mouth talking on this internet. Liberia will continue falling in the wrong hands. Thank you guys.
Why don't you join us on a very critical issue, a very critical discussion we're having? We're talking leadership in the country, we're talking reform. The CDC is seriously concerned about recalibration. Interestingly for you, you are spearheading, you are steering a committee of the young people that you guys are supposed to be going to Bassa anytime next month to have some of these critical discussion. Please.
At the end of the day, this is a very critical issues, not just for CDC, but in terms of the institution, the partisans, and people who believe, in opposition solidarity. The first step here is that I do not think the argument against Fanatic Cover is sufficient enough to demand, an internal plot for him. It's wrong. It's completely wrong. You can't justify it. You know, our best hope, to stay unified for 2029 is maintaining the speakership. In fact, the speakership have done more for us in different way. If you understand some of the gains that is the speaker have made, you realize that the speaker serving in that role present more optimism for CDC. And who gives out a speakership to a ruling government? So it just doesn't make sense in as much as I tend to understand the different argument. The other aspect also is just demonstrate how disunified we are. Whether you like it or not, the CDC must embrace unity. CDCs must realize that we have to set aside our own over ambitions. too much ambitions to the, we are in the current state.
Yeah.
The increasing wave of ambition. This person want to be this person want to be this. And today we are currently in this current state. We are, seeing the leadership and looking at governance in the very poor direction because we were very disunified in our campaign, very disunified even in governance. And post election in opposition, we are extremely disunified. 100% certain that the speaker will survive this plot. When he do, we should 100% strive to unify, start with the youth retreat. This is why the youth retreat has a very central theme to create reconciliation, because we have to have conversations. And we have to talk about specifically what are some of those internal grievances that create heating conversations. We have to talk about where we stand 2029. We need people to be as honest as possible. We can't be putting our professional life on the line, with a movement we believe in, and few people want to mortgage it just because of their interests. This is wrong. This is extremely terrible, and I think it should never be that way. I fully stand with the speaker, like I've always communicated, and will always consistently stand with the speaker. And I'm wishing all my best for tomorrow, and I hope he can, and I just hope, but I'm 100% certain, as previous, could fail, this one will also fail as well.
Well, I'm confused, Austin. So that tomorrow they're trying to remove this man.
No,
Hey,
tomorrow.
no,
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 what?
I'm confused. No.
From what we know for sure, there's a resolution that is in place for tomorrow.
Yeah.
If
So
I read now to speak, there are internal resolution ongoing.
Oh wow.
it's a process. The
Let,
removal is a
and
process. So they
let me add something here.
This is
All
actually
right.
sad.
Speaker Kofa accompanied Joseph Boakai to Rome, to Italy. Could it be a plot by Joseph Boakai to take him from Liberia to be out of touch or in touch with his colleagues that would, you know, to hash this plan behind him? Could it be that
for me, possible. For me,
let,
it's
let's go to Italy and then he leave instructions on the ground?
for me, it's possible. That is where, Austin, just a second, please. If I will agree with him, I disagree with people who are very egoistic, who want to remove him, not on policy issue, but on personal acquiescence. I disagree
Right.
with that type of agitation. But do you happen to be politically intuitive, the political rationality that he's talking about in this case? Why is Speaker Kufa is saying the president travel is not bad? He's trying to be optimistic about the president travel.
Yeah.
Here the president is on a trip, and then the mobilizing resources, because 60,000, which of the lawmaker can generate that money if the president is not a word of aid? So that should tell you too the type of friend that Boakai may be with Kofa. And that's where I want Funanti, another speaker, to be very careful with his relationship with Crooked Joe, because it's so funny. I can never in this world believe that if this plot is true, then Boakai is aware. But if Boakai is aware, then why is it he and Kofa on the surface they are having good relationship, then internally he's backplotting? Because there are allegations that each of these lawmakers receiving, I think, 15,000 each. Where does the money come from?
You see, let me just. I think I was speaking the 3 or 4 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, and then we can do calls with some of these windows on the show to fulfill our commercial commitment. But here's the thing: $15,000 to buy you. Everybody on the show can afford or worth far above $15,000. Everybody on the show can sit down and say, "I got this project, able to raise $15,000 in a month." Let's be frank here. The repetition of individual lawmakers, those are repetitions are on the spot. Even those who supported Richard Kuhn did not settle down for $15,000 to vote for him. They got more than that money. Who goes to remove a speaker and settle down for $15,000 to remove a speaker? A money that is even less than your money.
Honestly, 15, honestly, 60,000.
So the total money is $600,000
Okay.
for the removal. Now,
Oh, wow.
And
they will need.
who raised that money, or who's putting that money up front?
So here's the thing. It is alleged that the Minister of Transport,
Who he works for?
Bartalo, received the money on the counter from Central Bank to divide the money. Let's assume you got 30 lawmakers waiting to sign the petition to remove Kofa. And you divide that money, 600,000 divided by 30 lawmakers. I'm not good at math, but I'm sure it's going to be something around $12,000, over $12,000. It means even if you give each lawmaker $13,000, 30 of them, they will still not have the number to remove Kofa because that rule says to 10. So it means you need additional money to remove him. Let's assume you got 50 lawmakers that constitute more than 2/3 to remove him. It means that money will drop to about 9,000 or around there.
Wow.
Who goes for $9,000 to sign removal of speaker to put who there? For what reason?
How much is the
Besides
money?
that,
600,000.
yes.
And how many
Nothing.
lawmakers you need to
So
remove him?
that's not right.
Out of 73,
I
you
come
need
in-
what? 40?
You need to 10. So you
So-
need 40.
The 40. So if you divide, we are right. If you divide 40 by 600,000, it's 15,000 each.
15,000.
So that money has never removed anybody in the legislature before. It has never. So it means they still have a huge
How much remove snow?
still removal over 45K.
No,
Eh?
snow-
Each?
snow-
Yes.
No, that time the value of the currency that time the rate was down. I think
It was down, yeah.
that time the
Dubai 1 minute, even if the rate was down, the least a lawmaker got was 45K. That was the least. Even Katakuma Mori was a CDC lawmaker
wow.
then who signed for snow removal. Said he got 60,000 because he was amongst the last 5 lawmakers that signed at that time. So it is still that whole thing about 600,000 to remove speaker. It's not making sense yet. That's one.
But
2,
people,
the resolution we're talking about here, we're told that not even 7% are not even signed the resolution yet. So how you going to do?
Austin, Austin,
yeah.
people of Judas Ascariot settled for 30 pieces of silver.
Mr. Gemena, this is the money issue. I've done the money issue. The next thing is for the resolution to even be rep and ready to be introduced on the floor, you have to have at least 29 persons. That one, a simple majority. At least to be introduced on the floor. 3, how is that resolution going to be introduced on the floor? It must pass through the leadership. And the leadership must put it on the floor. You think Funati or his deputy speaker or his chairman on rules or administration will take a resolution to impeach him and put it on the floor? The 4th thing is, they say you must remove the man for cause. What is the cause?
Exactly.
Because
We
you're
don't
not
know.
on leadership committee, that will be the cause. Because man, you don't want to establish a cause that when you go to the Supreme Court for ruling, the Supreme Court say you go back and handle it administratively or internally, and then certain lawmakers start putting on non-compliant posture, and then it shut down the entire government. Because man, you are submitting your budget, the 2025 budget.
I can let me ask you, Austin. Let me talk a little bit now for the purpose of the conversation.
Sure.
What is cause? Cause is defined relatively. I don't want to get into some merit here because
no, the cause should not be in violation of the man's right.
I come in.
You know, when the cause violates the man's right, for example, maybe you say Kofa spoke in America and praised Waka traveling. That the man's constitutional right to speak.
All lawmaker could argue one cause is the budget was manipulated, it was author, and the other people arguing that the speaker may have facilitated the authoring and he has done nothing to bring the executive to book.
Where is the proof? The speaker is on the record for authorizing the investigation into the budget alteration.
That's what I'm saying. Let's trash the argument without talking about merit, because I don't know because saying things which I'm saying that blame should be squarely on the executive and not on the legislature.
No, my point is, as you speak, there has been no cause established by any side to say this is the reason why we want to remove it.
Austin, how can you
I
say
know because we all have ears and connection in the legislature.
Is it
So look, Susan, there will be no resolution. There will be no resolution. There's no resolution is mature yet to be introduced on the floor.
Austin, one thing I don't want, one, I condemn the removal of the speaker. Two, look, in my little life now in politics, I do not overlook anything. The fact that crooked joking win election, anything is possible, and we should not.
The problem is, I do not, on this case, I do not want us to blame Joe Barker. On this case, we must start blaming people within the CDC who are signing on to what Barker wants to do.
And I said that we condemned them, right? We told you
we condemned them.
So if the person Barker does not have the number to remove speaker, he may have the money, but he doesn't have the political number.
But what can make it number?
It means your party is giving in to him.
That's what.
So how do you blame when your party is giving in to him?
That what we didn't.
And we are even told that there are executives within the CDC who are not lawmakers that are supporting this thing behind the scene, because they do not feel comfortable with Funati and they are more comfortable with Thomas Fala. So they think that when Fala is speaker, they are comfortable. Funati is speaker, they are not comfortable.
We allegedly
Funati is not that man, but Tifa that are man.
So, but they're saying allegedly though, Tifa is not happy with the CDC. So therefore, there has been some decision made. I don't know. I don't want to say things.
But Tifa is not. Let's assume Tifa is not happy with the decision, which I don't want to believe that he's not happy. But let's assume he's not happy with the decision with Kofa or some way. You think when they remove Kofa, Tifa is safe?
He's not.
You ever think that UP is going to rally the number to remove a speaker? It will rally that number to stand behind a CDC deputy speaker? For me, I think some lawmakers are broke around here and they need some money. And the way they can get money is they cost now for removing speaker, and then they'll be able to raise some of that money.
Shake the place.
And put money there. For me, that's what I think, folks. But yeah, for me, that's what I think. Kuso, I sent you the number for the first 3 winners, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winners. But call the 4th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 9th winner. Yeah, please call them. Let's talk to them, Kuso. And then we come back and go around the table. We'll do 1 more minute around the table. On this matter, because I know one to still got issues to contribution to make. I know Dubayu still got contribution to make. I know Mr. Gimen still wants to say it, and Susan still wants to say something. But I think some lawmakers are broke and they want to put us on fire and then track the 2 sides.
I want to know who are those that are plotting against the speaker.
But the names that Yeke mentioned, all the names said no. Yeke said Clarence Guy, my good friend, said no. I may have some issues, but my issues have not been true to the extent where I would want to see a Kofa removed.
Okay.
Austin, I don't take politicians for their awards. These guys are disappointed.
Right.
So we're only quoting them. I'm only referencing. I'm only quoting what they said. I'm not taking as face value, but we have to credit it to them.
From whence I said, I've been an active participant of Liberian politics in 2005. 2005, I was a poll watcher. I've lived through 4 electoral cycles that I participated. At this age of mine, from what I saw Ellen started doing, from what I saw today, other people have done in that Liberia that I know of, nothing is impossible politically. Austin, from the numbers I saw from where I sat in CDC and were defeated, we saw people sitting at NDC doing here and there. Anything is possible in politics, Austin. I do not trust politicians.
I agree with you. One thing I would say to Nella is not possible. And you can take that, Akaras can say, take it to the bank. What is not possible in capital Benin is
Let's say I can't Benin, many bosses in Sony win.
what is not what is not possible. What I can tell you that will not be possible is no lawmaker will take anything less than $30,000 to remove a speaker. Nobody will take less than that money. That one I tell you say it's not possible.
Don't let math. I let math. Let's do a math. 30,000 times 40. And let's see the benefit rate. 30,000 rate times 40 is what 1.2 million. It's still less than the amount Boga used to buy a bulletproof. If they really want to get it well done, they can mobilize that money. That's small money there.
So you get the point? That's why I said nobody will take less than 30K. So if they really want to remove a speaker, they will go be 700,000 now.
No, but that why you don't
want the point is stubborn.
They get Ian worried. You got
the point is stubborn.
They get Ian worried.
Okay, so we'll give you 15. When you finish 40, you can get another 15.
Advance. Why you acting?
Anything can happen, oh.
Crystal, please call.
Let me tell you, Baka is playing his card really, really well, and our men are falling into it. We have to stop all this thing and come together and trust the speaker for once. Hearing this is kind of heartbreaking, though.
I know. So, Crystal, please call the number. Let's talk to them quickly and get their names to transfer their monies to them, please. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, what's your name? This is Austin. We're calling you from Freedom FM.
I'm Safala.
How do you spell your name?
Yes. S-E-E-H. S-L-L-E-H. Sala.
What's the last three number? The last three number. Your last three number.
What the last three number?
756.
Yes.
Okay, Safala will call you to say congratulations to you, yeah? You won for yourself $10,000 tonight, and we are about to transfer you your money.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, Crystal, call the next number there. The next number. Call the sixth number. Call the sixth number. But let's be picking calls too now. Let's be picking calls while you calling the other number. Let's mix the calls. So those of you listening, you can call us on 0776 104 0886 500 104. And those of you in the diaspora, I don't know what I should say, those of us, but those of you in the diaspora, hello. Hello. What's your name?
Yeah. Hello?
Crystal, talk to that man.
Drop your line.
Yeah, call the man back. You gotta talk to the man, man. Call the number back. You have further the microphone.
Who's not let talking business?
So yes, call those numbers back. Let's talk to these people and give their money before we run out of time, and then we will not be able to give that money.
Abu, we got to increase the time to take calls. The Liberian people got to participate.
Hello?
At least 15 minutes. 15 minutes after the hour.
What is your name?
Hello?
What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Philip Bolly.
Philip Bolly?
Yeah.
How do you spell your last name?
Huh?
How do you spell your last name?
B-O-R-L-A-Y.
What's the last three number in your number?
Huh?
Your last three number?
My last three number?
Yeah.
7749.
Yes. That's the number.
Yeah.
Austin?
Austin, internet is bad. Can you just go ahead and just tell him what he wants?
I don't know how much you want, so I don't know what are like 10,000 or
$10,000. $10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah, Philip has won $10,000. Please call the other number. That other number is the 50K number. Let's go quickly.
Okay.
Because we don't have time, so we can talk to all of them. Yes, we don't have enough time, so we can talk to all of them. So just talk to that person. Let's get that person's name. That person should have the luxury of time. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello. What's your name? What's your name? You are on Freedom FM.
I'm Sir John Fala.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you call the same member again.
I mean,
You call the number that is anyway. Call the number that is anyway 896.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 896 is the winner of the 50K.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
What is your name?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Your name?
Emmanuel Thomas.
Emmanuel Thomas.
Yes. Who's speaking?
This is Crusoe from Freedom.
Yeah. How are you?
Number.
Tell him, Thomas, that he's the winner of our 50K tonight, and we are about to transfer him this morning.
Am I getting me?
Yeah, getting you live and clear.
Okay, you are a winner for tonight. You won a 50,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So what your last number?
Anyway, 96. But
Yeah.
that not the Emmanuel Thomas registered the SIM card.
What is number? What is need that West on the scene?
Love TV. That's my wife.
What
Nah,
like?
man.
Web number. Web singer you to play, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lofty who?
Oh, sing.
Love TV.
T-A-Y or V?
Yeah,
yeah.
T-A-Y.
T-A-Y.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take few calls on the other, or let's take few calls on the lines, on the other lines, please.
Okay.
All right.
Number is off. It's off. Oh my goodness.
Are we taking calls from the public now?
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Kimega, you got a call there?
Not yet. Folks, if you want to partake, you can call us here at 313-957-9742.
Yes, sir. My internet is actually misbehaving from here. I don't know what's happening. I thought here can have internet issue.
You on public Wi-Fi, you on free level. You know how many people in that hotel?
Yeah.
No, I'm not on free the Wi-Fi.
That public complimentary.
Papa, babe.
You are supposed to use the hotel Wi-Fi. It's stronger.
I'm here.
Mr. Gamer and you and my son Austin, although you're not in the country. Let me say thank you to them tonight. They are selling over one of the issue of Francisco Fa, what he's doing to the physician, and he see he's doing right, it's wrong. You know, we chose the line, so our brother on the line for Francisco Fa to visit what they had to do. So if you see he has reached heaven, then continue it. You saw what they made to Prince Johnson.
Wow. The people fell.
Masisi, you are suspended for Masisi, you are suspended for 48 hours on the show.
Yeah.
Masisi, wait till.
Yeah,
let me say good evening to Austin and Mr. Game and my brother there, my CDC brother. This is Edmond Carr, the visual impaired guy that keep in pocket fit the fire. Look, you know, Funati, we don't know. But what Funati they are doing to us is quite frustrating. You know, the last time when we lost the election, when we were counting our numbers in the house, and we said it was going to be a serious battle for Bwaka, not in a negative way, but to checkmate Bwaka. Because the Bwaka is seriously misbehaving, and we felt that our representative and senator could have been there in our interest. Look at what Bwaka did. Bwaka is chasing sedition. Even you are a speaker, he will pull you down. Bwaka went against the position. So Supreme Court said, hey, stop. He went suspended the people. While we're thinking about who fell at the hospital, I said, okay, so the Supreme Court has spoken and you don't want to listen to it, we'll hold the budget that's supposed to fund the attending position. They didn't do it. But when the current budget alteration, they told us that they were going to act on it before they can pass the recast budget. But our greatest surprise, quickly, Waka place call to Funati that I am waiting for that thing. He can go, you act on it. He act on it.
You were there when Bwaka was placing the call?
Oh yeah, Bwaka is an enemy to sedition. Evident. He just went.
Yeah. Today we'll go about 7 minutes or 10 minutes into the other time. Let's take us.
My name is Eddie P. calling from Czechoslovakia, member of the Respond and Defend team. No, you know the speaker did and he will face a own problem. The speaker, look, during the speaker term, you saw how people were united. You saw how the citizen were united because we already lost the election. So based on this reason, we wanted the speaker sheet. We're not being honored to ourselves on this show. He said they met because of speaker. They taking citizen for job. I think I will call somebody. You down with Joseph Makena very, very wicked. Then what do you expect, Austin Kawa?
So let's hear the next question. Let's hear the next question. No, we don't have enough time.
Hello.
Let's hear you quickly.
Hello.
The speaker already in trouble.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me say good evening to you and good evening to the panelists in the diaspora and also to my freedom brother Austin Kawa. For the local nation, for the public.
Focus, let's go, let's hear you.
Hello?
Quiet, Poka.
Okay, I join you from Grand Bassa County, particularly Minestown, in nearby town in district number 1, Grand Bassa County. I will be very emphatic and short. Mr. Francis Kofa is not in the interest of us as a citizen. Mr. Francis Kofa was on this ground when we were tear gas, when we were pepper spray, and when we were fighting with loud bullets. If Francis Kofa call the police director to answer question why he keep illegally and the city has he got the courage to call the security preparator to answer question?
Let's end the call-in session there. Let's end the call-in session. I want us to go around 1 minute each. And I want us to build consensus that tomorrow we'll suspend all other things that will happen in the country and focus on this speaker thing. I don't know whether we can build consensus on that. We'll suspend every other thing tomorrow and focus on the speaker thing. Wanto, Dubayu, Susan, Mr. Gamer, do we have a consensus to do that tomorrow?
Yep, I think so.
I will endeavor to be here, Thursday.
Sure, that works.
But I will try to be here maybe in the second hour.
Sure, I think definitely we should do that.
Yeah, so let's wrap up. Let's wrap up beginning with Mr. Gamer, and then Wanto, and then Susan, and then Dubayu.
Thank you very much. As always, congratulations to our winners there. And folks, we want to say thank you for participating, for listening to us here. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be back to speak to you on the issue of the speaker, and perhaps we would have had enough information to share with you. Also, tomorrow, Austin, I want us to bring back the issue on the United Methodist Church with Bishop Choir.
No, pretty much consensus that only the speaker issue we're discussing tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
we
we
can
got
bring,
consensus already.
yeah, we reached that consensus about Bishop Choir thing. We can bring it on Friday.
Yeah, sure.
We got our digging deeper department went to work, and we unveiled quite some substantial
No
information.
problem, we'll do that. Even though
Yeah.
that's my church, but we'll do that.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Brother Dubayu.
Yeah. So Austin, the conversation has been very sensitive. To be honest with you, I condemn in the strongest tone the decision of these equistate, self-thinking, and selfish CDC lawmaker. In fact, to even get CDC tagged to them is something that is embarrassing all by itself. It's frustrating that people will be galvanizing and that type of courage not to go after crooked Joe that has been massively looting our country. I'm extremely disappointed that people will now go after crooked Joe for a reckless off million spending of 15 million United States dollar for his promises broken. He said harmonization was bad. Today he's going by he's killing people, no apprehension, no justice, reducing health worker pay, reducing their budget, nothing about agriculture. These are the real bread and butter issues of the day. I do not see lawmaker with that strong appetite to go after Crooked Joe. To see them coming after Honorable Speaker Kofa is quite unfortunate. However, Austin, I'm a little concerned. For the first time since I've been on the show, that about 100% of all of the callers are bashing at our CDC speaker. This is a concern. It suggests that the speaker is having not a favorable image in the eyes of sedition. And they outline the reasons.
We're going to let's go into that tomorrow. Tomorrow they have exclusively, to discuss that tomorrow. Let's go into that.
Yes.
It could also be possible that that's an image that some of your CDC lawmakers have projected about him out there too.
I agree. But
yeah.
Then one could ask, where has he been all those while for all of these things to pay me to people like Man CC of all person? So it's of concern for me. I'm a political man. I think politically and I talk politically. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Yes, the topic of the speaker is quite.
Susan, you please do your phone or your gadget like that always, okay? I like this position. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll keep it this way.
Yeah.
The speaker, the topic on the speaker is quite sensitive, and after listening to the callers right now, myself, I have different thoughts right now, and I would love for us to continue this conversation tomorrow. I think it would be great for us to not just stick on what we have heard. I think we should provide evidence. For me, one of my questions tonight was, who are the lawmakers in CDC that want him out? So if we can get their names tomorrow, it will also help the show. Thank you so much.
Wanto.
Again, as usual, the negative PR that is currently parading on the speaker, we know where it's coming from. And it's infested by people who have done absolutely nothing for CDC in the space of time. Overly ambitious, extremely overly ambitious plotters who are within the vanguard of building that sort of negative PR on the speaker. And I maintain that the speaker have done more for CDC than most of these guys. There's a deepening, level of animosity within CDC that is extreme. And some partisans just think that the speaker is the one having ambition. The actual people that have the ambition in CDC, you know they're in the coming time. It's not even the speaker. You'll be shocked to know. But the reality here is that CDC must embrace unity. CDC must embrace unity. If the speaker leaves the role, it will hurt CDC more than even the speaker. People don't know this. The speaker has nothing to lose from losing a speaker role. I mean, he served as speaker, so that's a historical precedent. So it's extremely, extremely, extremely dangerous. I look forward to us having more conversation on this, but we are optimistic. This is not the first coup, and this will also fail. And we know for sure that we will still have our speaker, and we will still, model some of those negative PR to explain specifically the role of the speaker and how critical it is for CDC.
Yeah, sure. And I think that's a note I wanted to conclude on. Since Wonder has done that, I think we have to go home. To all of you, the panelists, for your contribution, your sacrifice, and your commitment to stay on here. And let's say thanks to Crusoe and congratulations to all of our winners. Thanks to OMSM Science, Crime Stepper Liberia for the sponsorship. And thanks to our partner, Radio Entertainment Liberia. My name is Austin. Susan was here. 12 was here. Dubai was here. And Michael Gilman was also here. We shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go.